So you have to keep in mind that like this hasn't happened in the Vancouver market since 2018, 2019. In the last 5 years, where now pre-sale projects are selling at the resale prices. We have ran these numbers for investor clients where it doesn't make sense to buy a resale condo and rent it out for the next few years. It makes a lot more sense to buy into a pre-sale condo. A good time to buy a pre-sale condo in Vancouver. We are in summer of 2024 going into the fall. I'm going to dive deep into what you need to keep in mind if you're thinking about buying a condo or whether this is even a good investment. So let's talk about the pre-sale market, where we come from, where we are, and where we're going. So we all know in 2021 and 2022 was kind of the peak of the market. And why was it peak of the market? Because there was no inventory on the resale market. Assignments were hard to come by. And that's why people made those $100,000 flips on those pre-sale assignments, because the inventory was so low. And then people moved over to the pre-construction product, which was booking their homes in the future. That was some of the first-time buyers, but majority was speculation and investors buying into pre-sale projects. I know of investors that picked up multiple units in the same project, and now they're completing, and a lot of them are having a hard time to completing these projects. Now what's happening is we have all those projects that were sold in 21 and 2022 completing. Some are completing earlier, ahead of schedule. Some are completing a little bit delayed, and some are on time. All of those projects that came to market, even premature, from developers that shouldn't be in the market, they came to market, sold out their inventory based on floor plans because the market was so hot. Now, all of that inventory is on the market. You have assignments of contracts, finished product, resale condos. Everything is on the market right now, and there's not enough absorption happening right now. So what's happening to the pre-sale market? So developers are having a hard time and having to compete with inventory not only on the resale market, assignment contracts, plus other developers. They picked up land, or they already held land. They went through the development permits in the last few years, and now they're having to come to market and sell out these projects. What most people don't understand is developers have a time crunch. They have to sell out their project within 12 months of when they come to market. It's called when they file a disclosure statement. They have 12 months to get their financing and building permit. Most people don't know that. And what happens is if they don't sell out that percentage or the ratio that they need to achieve to get their financing, in many cases it's 70%, in some it's 80%, just depends on the development. If they don't hit that number, they can't get financing from the bank. And all of the contracts that were written within the 12 months can be canceled by the purchasers. And that is so dangerous for the developers, because they put all this work into this project, marketing it, paying everybody, and now they're having to cancel all the contracts, which becomes a problem. Most developers that come to market now are trying to sell out their projects and prepare themselves and be more attractive and be more competitive so they can sell out the project within 12 months. Actually, if not 12, a lot earlier, because they want to secure those units. So what's happening right now is developers are offering exclusive deals, some crazy deals that I'm seeing on the market right now. We've done some great deals in the last few months where developers call us and say, hey, we have some exclusive units. We can write these contracts only at 5% deposit. You don't have to do full 10% deposit, and we'll give you the first dibs at this. Have your clients and investors come in and buy these units. We've written contracts under 5%, 10%. We've written contracts at the resale prices, where a condo that's just completed next door, and now the project that we're investing is going to be, a block down from that project. Same price point, same dollar per square foot cost. Our project completes in 3 to 4 years in comparison to this project that's already completed and is going to get rented out now. When we have a completed product, this one's going to be 3 years old. So you have to keep in mind that this hasn't happened in the Vancouver market since 2018, 2019. And in the last 5 years, where now pre-sale projects are selling at the resale prices. It is so rare to see that happen. And that is where the money is. When you can buy a pre-sale condo for putting half of the investment down, as an investor, you put 10% down in comparison to putting 20% down on the resale market. Now you hold that property against the resale condo that's going to complete in 2027, where this condo is going to be 3 years old and this one's going to be brand new on completion. And if the market goes up, it goes up both ways, pre-sales and resale. When you're not paying a premium on a pre-sale product, that is easy appreciation. You hold an asset during the next construction phase, and if the market goes up, and we know with inflation, the prices go up, you make money. Of course, the interest rates are high, inventory is high, there's not enough absorption, there's a lot of negative sentiment around the condo market or just the market in general. But what you have to keep in mind as an investor is when nobody wants to buy these, there's a reason why they don't want to buy them, because everybody thinks that this is a bad investment. But is it a bad investment when you can buy a brand new condo right next to another condo that's just completing at the same price point and you have 3 years of holding time without any mortgage, we have ran these numbers for investor clients where it doesn't make sense to buy a resale condo and rent it out for the next few years. It makes a lot more sense to buy into a pre-sale condo and put half of the investment down and hold it for the next 3 to 4 years during construction time, where they will actually take advantage of the appreciation if there's any appreciation. We're not even talking about appreciation. We're talking about just buying one side-by-side condos. One's a pre-sale, one's a resale, and you're putting half deposit on one side and you're putting 20% on the other side. You have a tenant to take care of, the strata fees, the management, everything. There's a whole set of things that you need to do when you have a mortgage and you complete on that property. Where in this one, it's very passive, 10% down. And if the prices are the same, you buying in dollar per square foot cost, you have a brand new product in 4 years, and you have a 4-year-old product on the other scenario. When we run these numbers, it just makes a lot more sense to take on the mortgage 3 or 4 years from now than to take on the mortgage now and rent it out. So you have to really run the numbers. It's all about the numbers. If there's a premium attached to the pre-sale condo, a 5% premium still might make sense, but anything more than 5% premium doesn't make sense right now in this market. And for first-time buyers, this is probably one of the best opportunities for first-time buyers to get into brand new homes instead of getting into a resale condo. Is like, especially the townhomes. Like, you can get into a townhome right now under $1.1 million where you don't have to pay land transfer tax. That is the new regulation that came out from the government, is there's no land transfer tax up to $1.1 million for a brand new property. You buy that in comparison to buying a resale townhome. Now, yes, there's 5% GST, but we have negotiated credits for our clients where not only are they not paying the land transfer tax, we have $20,000, $25,000 credit towards the completion of the unit. Now, if the for $800,000 townhome, it's $40,000 GST. $20,000 or $25,000 is coming from the developer, and they're only putting down another $15,000, which they also would have paid a land transfer tax on the resale side. So you have to find these opportunities. You can't just hope that someone's going to bring them to you, but you have to work with the right people to find out where these opportunities are. And I think there's one of the biggest opportunities right now in the pre-sale market as a first-time buyer and even as an investor. I think in the next coming years, if you buy it at the right price point, buy the right unit, you're going to make money. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to your investment strategy, and it has to work for you. If you have a different investment strategy, stick to it. But if this is an investment strategy that appeals to you, something that you can work around, I'd love to work for you. I'd love to connect with you. Feel free to use the link in the bio.